Everyone, my name is Callmeliam, and this is a submission video for Awesome Games Done Quick 2020 for all tokens in 007 Nightfire. So this run is going to start, per se, by going into the default profile and entering the QLab secret unlock. This basically allows us to collect tokens on levels. It also gives us all gadgets, weapons, and vehicle upgrades. So this category is kind of a new game plus sort of thing, because you basically, in order to unlock tokens normally, you have to beat a level and get a gold medal, but to avoid doing that, we just put the cheat in. So that's where this run is going to start, per se. So here we're just going to optimize a few settings here and there, and go back out and click on the play without saving option, which is default. And this run is actually going to start on Paris Prelude instead of Exchange, because there are some tokens to collect on this level. So, this category is often thought of as a more extensive any percent. But first off, this run is going to start with a shot that we need to hit, which I missed. You need to hit the tire there to progress the auto-scroller as quick as possible, but, I mean, we just blow up the car instead. Normally, in regular sessions, we just reset there constantly. Speaking of shots, by the way, we have a community member named Shoulder Shot. Shoutouts to Shoulder Shot. So yeah, we can just no-scope these cars. This is a powerful sniper rifle. So yeah, this category is often thought of as a more extensive any percent. New clips, more exploration. You actually play Paris Prelude, you know. And on paper, so we have to, hang on, we have to shoot this car, the tire, as quick as possible, progress the auto-scroller. But, this category sounds bad on paper, but it's actually so sick. So we have to shoot the cable there, and we have to try and shoot this car. We can shoot the tires, and it'll skip to this cutscene sooner. And, it's a really tough shot to hit, but it saves like 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds. So, this is what this category is all about, is picking up these 007 tokens.
The bomb is on board that truck. Look out!
So there's a few to collect in this level, but anyway. So this level, the premise is they've got a bomb, they're trying to blow up the Eiffel Tower. Bit of a tight gap here, got through. Pop this guy's tires, get him out of the way. But yeah, they're trying to blow up the Eiffel Tower. We're here to stop them. We've got Dominique here, who was trying to stop them initially, but we're here to assist her. So I have to slow down a little here, otherwise you'll actually just jump right over that token. We're going to use the boost to jump this bridge here and catch up with the truck. That was a huge launch. Pick up the last token of the level. And that lamp and that bench is getting in the way. But anyway, we have to use our EMP here to get the truck. We also have to slow down as quick as possible, because if you don't, like, for some reason the truck and you are synced. So, yeah, you want to slow down to end the level sooner. So now we're moving on to the Exchange, which is definitely the most cool level in this game, casually in my opinion. But, it's just because there's, like, heaps of ways you can go, different routes, sneaky ways, storming in, hiding in the truck, all sorts. We're not going to do any of that, really. We're just going to go through and pick up all the tokens. I will also mention, as you've noticed, we are strafe running in this game. You just move faster, like a lot of FPSs, like, you know, GoldenEye and all that. So, here there actually is a trick you can do which saves like 4 seconds, but if I mess it up, it soft locks the game, so I'm not going to go for it. It's basically here you can, instead of doing this, you can actually just jump over it and spam A at the end of this sort of ledge here, and you just skip crossing this. So now that we got that out of the way, it locks your strafe there for some reason. Anyway, so we move on to the second section of the Exchange. And let me move my camera so I'm in the center more. Okay. So, this is the second section of the exchange, which is really cool. We're going to see a clip or two, lots of shooting, with this gun, which is easily the most busted gun in the game, in my opinion, the Golden P2K. This thing basically one-shots people. You can spam it, and it has 16 rounds. And yeah, we're just going to work our way over. We shot those barrels down in the cellar there. Basically get them out of the way so we can get to the token quicker. Also makes the guy slide, which is pretty funny. So those spotlights there are actually kind of random. Well, they actually are random. I didn't mean to close the door there. But we got a good pattern. Also, can I pick up this token, please? Thank you. So I was just trying to shoot that dude. So this is our first clip of the run. So, how clipping works in this game is when you stand up and pull out a gun or a gadget, your hitbox gets modified for some reason. So, we basically just abuse that. So even though we just killed a bunch of guards outside and we were like invisible sight, yeah, they still let us into the party, and we're just gonna laser people in the face. Yeah, they don't care. They're just lifeless. So I have to wait for Rook there. He doesn't die. Well, he can block you if you don't wait for him to come through. So Drake addresses his guests here. And we just walk down, and we need to go to the library and see Dominique, because there's a token here.
Bond, don't let Drake's men get in your way. Use whatever means necessary.
So yeah, we were moving slow before, but now we're moving fast and we can actually jump. And this is another clip we're going to be doing here. This is the bookshelf clip. We do that right off the bat normally in any percent, but this isn't any percent, so we're all good. And now we're moving on to the third and final section of exchange. It is quite interesting that they don't allow you to jump during the party sequence, but pulling out your laser and gadgets and stuff, you can do that. That's fine. So, this is the third and final section of exchange. We're going to pick up this token here. Quickly kill these guys. Hope there's going to be a little bit of RNG here. When we come into this room, these guys can either be in good spots or bad spots. They were in not very good spots. And we have to recover this rocket launcher and guidance module from here, from the safe. And go down and pick up another token, which we're going to get from in here. And we're going to do another trick here. I'm going to walk backwards over the gondola, which basically you drop into the gondola a little bit there, and it actually activates the gondola's trigger to start moving. Shoot Zoe for fun because she's invulnerable. So, what we're going to do here is pre-fire this helicopter that's coming out. And basically that's the exchange. So, the exchange is now over. We now move on to Alpine Escape, which this level is pretty much an auto-scroller. There's only a few things here and there you can do to speed it up. Right off the bat, though, just for fun, we can actually draw in the snow. Please excuse my horrible drawing. I'm using a controller to draw. Good enough. So you can do some funny things with these guards. You can, like, make them dance back and forth. WWE moves you can make them do, which is funny. They have, like, funny death animations, too. Like, they just dive all over the place. It's hilarious. So, here's our first trick to make this go faster. We can shoot this barrel here, which makes Zoe speed up in the snowmobile and spawns a token. Can't shoot it too soon, otherwise you won't speed up. Same with that one there. So there's actually a really, really dumb strat here, discovered by me recently. Not useful, well, it could be useful for all tokens, but extremely risky and kind of an IL only thing. If you don't kill these guys, what'll actually happen is their snowmobiles will blow up at the bottom of the tunnel, and will actually come through, and you'll like ride on top of the snowmobile, and it's hilarious. And it actually, at maximum, it saves about 4 seconds of in-game time, and can skip this cutscene here, which we can shoot a guy through, and I didn't shoot there, my mistake. But we need this cutscene because killing this guy spawns, and I messed that up a bit, spawns a token. But the sooner you kill that guy, the sooner Zoe speeds up. Yeah, I messed that up a bit, but you can shoot that guy through the cutscene. That saves like half a second.
Behind us, James.
We also have to be careful where we shoot these snowmobiles, otherwise they can actually blow up and block you. Or if you shoot the driver, you know. So we need to get another token here. We're gonna shoot we're gonna pre-shoot this bridge here. I love getting that guy in the cutscene, it's funny. But yeah, killing those guys on top of the bridge there, basically gets that token to spawn. So that's the last token of this level. And there's really nothing else we can do to save time here.
Sorry, we forgot to make a reservation.
Could shoot these guys just for fun. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little tired. So for some reason this tree here likes to multi-explode. We don't know why. By comparison, there, see? So I want to shoot that guy so it only gets rid of the gunner. That's it. And now we're moving on to the second driving level, Enemies Vanquished. This level in any percent is pretty much the run killer for the most part. In all tokens, it is a pretty fun level, but it does come down to a bit of traffic RNG. Because we don't do the skip, obviously. Because we need to collect the tokens. So because of that, we play the level intended. But the traffic can actually get in our way, which is really annoying. But anyway, so you probably noticed we are driving in first person. This reduces lag, but also makes it just a lot easier to control, such as picking up that token there, which I managed to get very, very cleanly. Because there's less stuff in the way. So I didn't get the best jump possible there. That's a shame, but it's all good. So I want to swing this turn wide, otherwise those guys will actually ruin my day and just knock me all over the place. So I've got to be careful where I shoot these cars, because if that blows up and a police car hits it or something, you fail. Which you absolutely do not want. So we're just going to smoke screen the police off. And we're going to do a huge jump here. And if you smoke screen here, it appears in the cutscene and it looks funny. So we're going to pick up another token here. Nice. We're going to blow this guy up. And pick up another token over here. Pick up the missiles first. Do a really cool drift here. And blow these guys up. Hopefully they don't get in the way. Okay. Okay, I got a bit of a bounce there. That was weird. Anyway, so we're going to try and get the last missiles here. Oh, we managed to get them just. Nice. And we're going to pick up the last token of the level here.
coordinates if we are to make a safe extraction.
Anyway, that should be the last snowmobile, and boom, we're out of enemies vanquished. So, not a bad enemies vanquished at all, actually. We did lose time, but still a really good EV. So, we're now moving on to Double Cross. This mission, some things can go wrong, but it is a pretty cool level. We just need to be sure that our hostages don't die, because there are hostages we have to save. But right off the bat, we have to escort this guy, Mayhew. Now, Mayhew sucks. He basically moves faster when you're looking at him, and sometimes he just doesn't move at all. So yeah, we have to go out and clear this hallway, and Mayhew won't pass until the hallway's clear, but obviously that's no issue when we have this busted up gun. So we're gonna throw a stun grenade in here. Jump over that guy's head. I've never done that before, actually. And we need to pick up another token here. And clear the way for Mayhew. Which, he was slow. Classic Mayhew.
We're close to the bunker now.
So, now we have a section where we have to basically rescue a bunch of hostages. These hostages can die if we're not careful. But I have practiced this a lot, so hopefully we should do okay. So gonna skip this cutscene right off the bat. And come this way. I can shoot that guy just for fun. So I'm gonna take the silencer off. I don't know why I put it on. The gun does a slight bit more damage with the silencer off. So that's our first hostage that we gotta save. Our next token that we pick up. And we're just gonna wall walk across here. And you're not supposed to be able to make that jump. You kind of strafe slam into that and you can just jump over it. And our last hostage that we're gonna save. And there we go. So now we're moving on to the third and final section of Double Cross, which we have to save 2 hostages and pick up 2 tokens. We're also going to pick up a sniper rifle, as there is a ninja fight at the end of this level that we will use the sniper for. Now, this hostage that we're about to save can die if we're unlucky. And we got pretty lucky there. That shotgun guard that we passed there can actually shoot the hostage if we get really unlucky. And this guy's sniper rifle fell on the ground, which is extremely unlucky. It can happen, but we can salvage this. It's okay. We have to go this way to get a token. So we're just going to go back outside and pick up the sniper. And move on to the last section. So yeah, we did lose a bit of time there, but we got through. We clutched it out. So yeah, I got really bad RNG there. His sniper, his death animation, he can just fall on the floor. So this ninja, good RNG. He can sometimes side flip and troll you, but we got lucky there. Also, I got the muzzle glitch. Fire on the same frame the level changes. It just keeps that, and it looks really funny. So this is Night Shift. There's a few cool tricks in this level. It got optimized recently. There is one trick I'm not going to go for.
Bond, M here. Avoid civilian casualties
because
at
it's
all
way too
costs.
risky, and another one that just doesn't work on this route.
Please use them.
So, these are guards. We're not supposed to kill them, so we just tase them or punch them.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
And they have some funny lines. Let's hope we get the really funny one.
We've got an intruder.
That's the one. So, the upgraded taser is literally a sniper taser, which is quite funny. Yeah, that's the funniest line, though. We've got an intruder! So now we're going to go for another trick called reverse clip. So that guard just heard me. I have to focus and get this. Okay. So the way that differs from regular clipping is, normally with a regular clip, we stand up and pull out a gun or a gadget. This one we crouch and put away a gunner gadget, and that basically allowed me to slip under the elevator when I sunk into the ground.
Bond, don't forget that your glasses can detect hidden laser tripwires.
So we have more tokens that we're going to pick up. First one here. And second one over here. And there's a guard that's going to come through here. It's right there. We're going to whack him for fun. If you hit them in the head, you hear a bone crunching sound, and it's really funny.
Install the Q-worm into that device and we're in business.
Alright, so we're going to go for the vent clip here. If I crouch right before the grapple connects, we can sort of clip into the vent. So there's a bit of a silly skip here. Watch this. Okay, I'm failing this all of a sudden, but I managed to get it after a bit. I usually get that a lot faster. I don't know why I failed that. And pick up our last token for this section. So the way that keypad skip works is basically when you bring up the keypad, if you're holding a straight direction, Bond's collision just doesn't exist for some reason for like a couple frames. So if you just spam A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, you can just clip through. Which is a bit funny. Which, yeah, you can just walk through walls with it. So normally we actually clip inside this elevator in any percent. But in this route, we, it just doesn't work. Well, it works, but we don't take it. Because we need to go and get a token over here. And jump, and we picked up that token, and we're moving on.
That door must be for the terminal room.
So now we're going into Mayhew's office to put the Q-worm in. We know we can keypad clip in here. The thing is, though, we can't find a way back out that's faster. So now we're going to move up to the helipad and go get our last token of this level. Hopefully that stunner deals with a few. And we're just going to abuse the golden P2K. Most busted weapon ever. And only one way off this rooftop. I beg to differ. So that's the end of Night Shift. Pretty cool level, but we're now moving on to Chain Reaction, which is not a pretty cool level. It has a lot of clips, a lot of tricks, and can be very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So, right off the bat, we're going to do a clip in a moment after we take a photo of this jetpack. I always check to see if the photo completed, or the photo actually took. And we're going to clip out of bounds here. And come up this way, jump over the fence, and we're going to clip through here. And that was not very optimal, but we should be okay if I don't take too much damage here. And we want to clip out here, and looks like I'm doing a really terrible job. Okay, we managed to get it. Okay, so we're doing a really tricky trick here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the Ronin down, and as it's coming back up, we're going to... And I messed it up. So we're going to pick it back up. We're going to jump and pick it back up. Okay, nice. We got it. That's a very tight trick, but we managed to get it eventually. And that basically allows us to keep the Ronin while going over to pick up the token. So now we're going to do another clip here.
Where is he?
Which basically allows us to clip into here. And we got the insta-clip, which will make us not take fall damage, which is good. So we're moving into the second section, and I messed up that jump. This is not an intended jump, by the way. So we're moving into the second section of Chain Reaction here, which is one of the hardest parts of the run. Hopefully we don't mess this up. We're basically going to use the Ronin as a booster to jump to a ladder. Now, this is a pretty tricky jump, but I have practiced this a bit, so hopefully we will get it. So, get rid of this guy, so it's less snipers to worry about. So I'm gonna try the Ronin pickup again. And I messed it up. Okay. This is gonna lose us about, like, maybe 10-15 seconds. So I'm just gonna try that again. I'm not gonna go for the Ronin pickup this time. So I have to climb back up and make my way back over. So I'm just gonna go for the jump. So we want to just jump to that ladder. This will basically allow us to get up to get another token. Now, for some reason, if you hold backwards and spam jump there, sorry, spam A, you don't have to sneak across. So this is a frame perfect clip that I need to hit here. And I managed to get it, nice. And we have to do a seam jump there, and we made that. Nice. So yeah, we did fail it, but we managed to get it eventually. So not bad. So I gotta blow this door down. And we gotta collect the last tokens of the level, which we can just get like this. And the last token of the level here, and make our way to the exit. So yeah, what we essentially did there was we clipped down, landed on a seam, and then jumped with a leap of faith to make it into the warehouse here, which was insane. Very, very difficult to do. But anyway, chain reaction is over. We are now moving on to Phoenix Fire. Now, Phoenix Fire is very, very scary. There is one scary clip and a frame perfect clip that we need to hit. So we're gonna start by just jumping out there and picking up that token, coming in here, picking up the grenade launcher, and clipping this way to pick up that token. And this is the scary clip. And let's actually get the clip. Okay, nice, we got it. So I'm gonna go through with my P2, with my Raptor Magnum out. Forgot we don't have the P2K on this level. I'm gonna do this because there's a hostage that can die very, very easily if we are not careful. So I'm gonna, and it's usually the guards that kill her, so I'm gonna get rid of the guards first. Those guys. That helicopter can also shoot her, which is very, very unlucky if that happens. It doesn't happen too much, but if it does, it's very unlucky. So anyway, we're going to blow up those windows through the wall. Allow us to get through here and go and grab our other tokens. With some clean OCB. OCB being overall control of Bond. And we're going to blow this Ronin turret up. And walk in there with the laser out because we're about to go for a frame perfect clip, and it's easiest to hit frame perfect clips with the laser out because there's sort of a visual cue. So anyway, we're going to try and clip through this elevator here. And we got it first try. Nice. So yeah, that's 1/50th of a second. Really impressive that really impressed with myself that I hit that first try. So, now we just have 2 more tokens to collect. So we're gonna start by blowing this up. Picking up these last tokens. So yeah, when we clip down that elevator too, if you don't mash A, the game actually freezes. But now we're moving on to Deep Descent, which is sort of the resident sleeper block of this run. But ironically, very scary at top level gameplay. But in any percent, we don't have a skip for this level, so if anybody wants to find a way to skip this level, please let us know, because we know that if we can get out of bounds, we can just drive straight to the end of the level. Because Fitterspace actually used a cheat code to go out of bounds, and found that we could just go straight to the end. But anyway, this is all tokens, so going out of bounds in this category is not useful. So, ironically, this level has actually killed a lot of my runs because I forget where the tokens are. But I have had to re-record this submission a few times due to missing that, so I should hopefully remember where all the tokens are now. There's a token here, which we need to pick up. I don't know why it's not picking it up. Okay, we did pick it up. The music just played, and while the Bond music played while we picked up the token. So you're supposed to use the remote torpedoes there normally, but we actually can just use the regular ones.
Better keep your distance, James. Those mines look nasty.
So we got to be careful not to run into the mines here, because if you hit the mines, it's game over. Now, this level you absolutely do not want to fail on, because there is no checkpoints on this level. You fail, you go back to the start. Greaser, thank you for the host. I should probably turn my alerts off, which I might just do quickly. Okay, sorry I had to do that. Okay. So, we're just going to shoot this thing here with the remote torpedo. And then we're going to come all the way down here to pick up another token. There is a strat where you can shoot that thing with the regular torpedo called Taspedo. However, it only saves a second, takes a while to set up, and if you miss it, it loses a lot more time. So, that's most of the scary parts of the level out of the way. We just need to plant these Q charges on these nuclear missiles.
Right, 007. Now get out of there.
So now we just move on with the level. Don't need to shoot these guys. We can actually go through this entire level without killing a single enemy. Fun fact. Except for the sub at the end. You need to kill the sub at the end. So, we need to follow this sub now. To do so, we are going to take every single shortcut that we can to get in front of the sub. Every corner we're going to cut. We're just going to take every turn as tight as we can and ensure that we can beat the sub. Because normally you're supposed to follow it, but I mean, we know where to go, so that's all good. We're going to pick up another token here. And do some tight driving here. Avoid this plane wing that falls down. And boom. So, what we're going to do here is slow down just a little so we don't bonk on this door, which I did anyway. Oh, this... I was about to say we're going to hug the left wall so the sub doesn't bump us, but it actually bumped us and sped us back up, which is good. So we're going to blow these guys up, otherwise more subs will come out and they're really annoying. We're going to pick up this token. And hopefully hit this. Nice, that should work. Okay, and we're about to go grab the last token of this level, which I am absolutely not joking, is all the way up here. Right. So pick up this last token, and we're going to go fight the big sub that gave us trouble at the start of the mission. So he's back. We're going to absolutely dispose of him, though. So anybody who's played this game before and gotten up to this level knows how annoying this sub is. This is the best way to beat it. Just 2 torpedoes under that sub, go up, plant the last Q charge, and drive to the end. So we're just going to mash through this. And boom. So we're going to immediately turn around in this level and pick up a token back this way. Do a power slide to get the token, and this is where the level starts to begin. So we're going to go into the compound in here and download a code, which we're going to use to drive through the rest of the level. So this level, Island Infiltration, is most notable because it has a really long auto-scroller in the level, but the first part of the level is pretty cool. So that was some pretty good driving there. Actually a really good compound there. So we got the token, and now we're going to be moving on to a section with cars. Now, these cars here can actually blow up and get in your way, and it's really annoying if they do. So we're just going to have to hope they're nice to us. And first one is not very nice. Okay, let's hope the second one is good. Not good. Okay, we still got through pretty relatively quickly, though. That could have been a lot worse. But ideally, you don't want to touch them at all. So, we got rid of the sentinels, so we have to shoot them to get through, which is interesting because we know how to get out of bounds in this level, but it is completely useless because you cannot beat the level without blowing them up. All of them. So we're going to just creep up here a little and shoot this sentinel. Nice. So coming up on the end of the level here, and we're going to be going into the auto-scroller section, which is like 5-6 minutes long. So we got to open the bridge. And we're going to drive through. Okay. I went pretty fast there, but that's what you got to do. This is a speed run. We're going to blow these guys up. And we need to blow up this turret and get this last token. And get the armor. We got it. We just got that. So we got that during the fade out. That was very clutch right there. So firstly, we've got to shoot this bridge as quickly as possible. That shot should absolutely connect. So now this level's pretty much an auto-scroller. There's like literally only one major thing we can do to speed it up. Or to like do a skip, quote unquote, is if we... I'll pick up that token too. If we wait until we lock onto this tower, it saves like 5 seconds for some reason because Allura speeds up in the plane. And this truck over here, if we wait for it to cross over the bridge, for some reason it saves half a second. This truck here. So this is sort of the boring part of the run. You can shoot the lights out. Anyway, so we're now going to move on to more sentinels that we have to blow up. We have to blow up this bridge too, but you can just shoot in the center and it blows both of the things up. So we do have to conserve our rockets a little in this auto-scroller, just because if we don't, at the end, we'll literally have nothing to fight with against the Sentinel. Yeah, usually during marathons or whatever, this is when I'll sort of say, okay, donation time or whatever. If it's, you know, I'm on good pace or something, this is just my break where I just relax. Okay. So, now there's not much we can do here. This is just, I don't know what else to say. This is literally just the break time, the resident sleeper block of the run. So yeah, we can pulse rifle the boats. Yeah, sink them. This is when I'll also like get people to just ask me questions in the chats at marathons or whatever. So we do 2 cycles of this basin, spring area, whatever. This is the second one. This is the last of the plains here. Just gonna shoot the plane with the machine gun for fun. Sick rhymes. Alright. Sorry, I absolutely do not want to look at that waterfall. It lags a lot. Let's just shoot this tower. Smoke appears, you know, before it blows up. Alright, we're almost done with this section of the auto-scroller. We have, like, a mini auto-scroller next. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about here. You can damage yourself. That's mildly entertaining, I guess. Yeah. Finding a skip for this part of the game would literally be the holy grail of skips in this game. Oh, there's a funny thing you can do here. If you shoot those rockets and time it right... Yeah, I kind of got it. You'll see an explosion in the background. It looks funny. That's it. So now this is the auto-scroller. We got to shoot these tanks. The tanks are what speed up the auto-scroller. The planes, not. They don't. But, you know, you do have to shoot them so they aren't hurting you, obviously. Alright, I'm gonna go for a really silly strat here. Found by Canaria. I can pop the tires on this tank, and if I get it, it looks really funny. And I missed it. Ah, that's a shame. But anyway, yeah, if I get that, the tank just drives into the water, and it looks really funny. So now we're going to shoot the last tank here. We're actually going to zoom out. That allows us to look further to the left and shoot the tank sooner.
I've discovered a weakness, James.
Right.
I'll place some charges at
So now we just got to shoot this sub here to end the level.
before the whole thing blows.
So we're almost playing the game again. Almost, guys. And boom. Okay, this is the end of Island Infiltration. Alright, y'all can wake up. We're playing the game again now. Okay. So we didn't lose any time nor gain any time. So now we're going into Countdown, and this is considered sort of the true last level of the run, because Equinox is a scripted auto-scroller. In All Tokens is a little more entertaining, but Countdown is kind of just more fun, and more fun to play and to watch. So we do another vent clip here.
James, I've hacked into the terminal and got access to their internal systems.
And we're going to grab this token through the vent. And we're going to set up some remote mines here to get a quick kill on this level's boss, Rook. So we're going to pick up another token here. And if we just spam crouch, we can move through this faster. So they set off the alarm, but we don't really care. I mean, we're fast. Who cares about alarms when you're fast? So, we're just moving through here. These remote mines that we're picking up here, they're going to help us later in the level. So, this section here, that door that I was just looking at, after you break these things and use the computer, there's a bunch of explosions and it takes about 18 seconds for the door to open. We're going to do a skip that basically skips that entire section. And we got it. Nice. Okay, that can be a little tricky to hit sometimes, so I'm glad that we got that first try. So we're just going to abuse the P2K to pick up another broken gun. The Ames 20, which is a grenade launcher and a rifle, but we primarily use it for the grenade launcher because it's incredibly busted. And we're going to kill Rook here. So the thing you'll notice, or what you have noticed, is that bosses in this game seem to have a lifespan of a couple frames, at most. So, moving into the second section of Countdown, we're going to do an AI spawn manipulation right here. If I shoot a grenade and move forward, I spawn them and they blow up from the grenade hitting the trip mine. So we're going to move this way, blow up these trip mines, and just shoot a bunch of grenades at people. So they drop a grenade here. We don't care. We're fast. Pick up the last, the first token for this section. And we're going to do a clip here called Silo Skip. And this basically skips a decent amount of gameplay. Sorry, I had to realign myself to go for that jump there because you can fall out of bounds there. And we pick up the last section. The last token, sorry, and go into the last section of Countdown, Omega Sector. Now, normally in any percent, we do a thing to skip the whole Kiko sequence where the shuttles are launching. We're actually going to play it, because there are tokens down there. Also, that clip saves, like, not even half a second. So we're going to pick up this token. That's a grenade. Okay, I'm going to go safe here and pick up the armor. So, I didn't want to get shot too much there, even though I didn't. So, we're not going to do Kiko skip here. We need to go down and pick up the tokens that are down here. So, what actually happens here is we pick these up and we're just going to barely make it into the bunker. So this is sort of not really a scripted auto scroller, but sort of just a whole scripted sequence where the shuttles are launching. Just barely make it into the bunker. And we have to fight a bunch of bad guys here. So there's going to be a ninja that spawns here and we're going to absolutely destroy him. And destroyed by grenades. So there's dude that spawns up here. Gonna get rid of him. And we've got some time to kill here, so we can just have a bit of fun. Anyway, so now we're gonna set up remote mines in very specific areas. And these are we're going to detonate them as soon as possible, which will kill the next set of enemies that spawn after the shuttle launch. And basically, the level progresses as soon as these enemies die. So, yeah, we just have a bit of time to kill. Now, you may be asking, how can we tell when the enemies spawn exactly? Well, that's simple. We just clip out of bounds. And we can see from below when the enemies are going to spawn. So now we wait. See, the bunker doors are closing, but we're not in the bunker. But we're not going to take damage down here. We're just going to wait. The screen goes white, and as it fades back in, we wait for the enemies to spawn, and boom! And that's Countdown. So, now we're moving on to Equinox, considered the sort of true last level of the run. Sorry, the, not the true last level, whereas Countdown is. All tokens, Equinox can be a little bit tough, though, because we have to pick up the tokens. And there's a big laser here that will actually kill you if you touch it, and there's a token within this laser. So we have to start this auto-scroller as soon as possible. So I like to wait for the laser to go off and then get this.
Remember that view, Mr. Bond. It's the last you'll ever see of Earth.
I can't touch that laser, otherwise I will die. So we're just cutting this very tight, and we got it. Nice.
Operation Nightfire can't be stopped.
So we got to disable this missile ASAP. Nice. Okay, those are the 2 hardest tokens done. So we just have 3 more tokens that we gotta get. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I am just trying to somewhat focus here. So yeah, the thing about this level is all we can do to speed it up is sort of just kill those first 2 guys quickly and kill Drake quickly. It doesn't matter how fast you shoot the missiles. It all just goes at the same speed. So we just have 2 more tokens to collect. So that's the last of the tokens. And boom. So it turns out in space... Okay, well let me just shoot these guys first before I demonstrate this. This is the last of the bad guys. So it turns out in space, Bond's fist is mighty enough to kill solar panels, but not only solar panels, you can also kill nuclear missiles. You can punch them all the way, by the way, I just like to be safe. And absolutely destroy Drake's space station. So we have one more thing that we gotta do, and that's kill Drake. So, we're going to wait until Allura says laser and fire the overcharge directly at Drake. So we wait until Allura says laser.
The missiles are damaging the station. It's starting to break up. James, you must hurry. The laser is going to...
And this should kill Drake. And boom, see ya, kiddo. So, that is all tokens, and boom, time. 52-13 with a gold on Equinox, which isn't really a gold because it's an auto-scroller, but whatever. So, we're going to watch a little bit of this cutscene. Such an epic cutscene. So anyway, that's all tokens. 007 Nightfire. Game's done quick. I hope you put this game in your marathon, or at least consider it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Shoutouts to the entire Nightfire community. I love you all.
Definitely.
Just not enough shoutouts to give. I'm gonna miss someone. Just thank you all for watching. I'm out.
Then I'm sure the world won't mind my taking a few days off. We'll let the autopilot be our designated driver.
Oh, James.